Shep, I can hear you. This is Don NEUEN. This is Don NEUEN coming to you from West Georgia, where we're already starting to see the effects of Hurricane IRMA. The wind is picked up to approximately 9 miles an hour. Some of my colleagues in South Florida, like Rick Leventhal and the guy that looks like an unkept bed, they're in much worse situations than we're in right now. As you can see, the palm trees are blowing here. Thank goodness that I have this enormous windscreen on my microphone, or that's what you'd be hearing, is the massive amount of wind blowing. Now, we're going to be coming back to you in a moment from different locations in West Georgia to show you how terrible things are in this part of the country with the effects of Hurricane IRMA. Back to you, Shep. Shep? Yes, Shep, I hear you, yes. Don NEUEN back with you from West Georgia, where we've got ongoing coverage of Hurricane IRMA. What I'd like to show you right now is the effect of the wind. If you'll come back here with me, the effect of the wind on this flag. This flag is being flown from a pole. This pole is built to withstand wind up to 140 miles an hour, that pole. The flag, on the other hand, is not designed to handle that kind of weather. You can see the way this flag is blowing and how intense the wind is here in West Georgia. Now, Shep, what? I can't hear you, Shep. Shep. Okay, I've lost Shep. I'll assume I'm still live at Fox, along with my colleagues Rick Leventhal, William Jeunesse, and the guy that looks like an unkept bed. These guys are in much worse situations than I'm in West Georgia. Now, we're gonna come to you from some, hey, how you doing? We're gonna come to you from some other locations in West Georgia where we're gonna show you more of the disaster and the devastation that's taking place as a result of Hurricane IRMA. Back to you, Shep. Shep, Don NEUEN reporting from West Georgia, where we've started to get some of the rain that's coming in, the water. This is disastrous, Shep. It's coming in from IRMA. I'm doing my best to brace myself against this fence that's holding me up right now. Now, Shep, if you'll come over here, we've got more tragic results of the rain over here. It's coming down like cats and dogs, I tell you that, Shep. You know, some of my colleagues down in Tampa and Naples and those bags at CNN, they don't have any idea what bad weather's like until they end up coming into this in West Georgia. I'll be back with you in a little while. Yeah, Shep, I hear you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Don NEUEN again coming to you from West Georgia, where we're starting to get some of the intense winds from Hurricane IRMA. Now, I've taken refuge inside of a barn so that the rain is not pelting me as it was in the last segment that I came to you. But the wind, this barn is not designed to handle this type of wind. And I'm a little concerned. You can see my windscreen is blowing. That's how much wind is coming into this barn right now. This barn is rated at about 100 miles per hour wind, and the 6x6s are already starting to splinter and break. This may be my last report before this barn lifts up and gets blown into Kansas. But for the time being, we're safe. My camera woman and I are safe, thanks to the training that we received from guys like Rick Leventhal and William Jeunesse and that guy that looks like a unkept bed that always is on the beach. Back to you, Shep. Okay, Shep, I can't hear a single thing through my ISB. And my cameraman is waving at me that there may be trouble ahead. The barn has been breached. There's rain coming in. This is so intense and scary that I seem to have shat myself. Now, I'm okay because we've got the supplies needed for things like toilet paper and extra diapers and underwear. But you can take a look at some of these horses. This is not good for them. They are stressing out of their minds. Let me get out from under this water and I'll show you what I mean. Some of these horses are absolutely stressing. You can tell they're stressing because of the way their ears are pointed. This one right here, look, he's facing. Shep, yes, I hear you. Don NEUEN again reporting from West Georgia, where we're feeling the effects of Hurricane IRMA. Now, we were able to have a bit of a break in the action here because the eye of the holy shit. The eye of the hurricane is directly above us. Don't stress, little baby. It'll be okay. Here comes another one. They're all migrating toward humans to try and help them and save them. See, the least little thing can spook them during a hurricane. They don't know which way to turn because in a normal storm, they're turning clockwise. To get away from, they put their butt against the storm. Now that it's a hurricane, it's got them all flustered because it's in reverse. It's rotating counterclockwise. Now, take a look over here and we can take a look at some of the damage that we've incurred here in West Georgia due to Hurricane IRMA and her destructive force. Now, you need to understand that these guys that are in South Florida that I model myself after, guys like Rick Leventhal, William Jeunesse, and the guy that looks like he's an unkept bed that stays on beaches. These guys, they don't have any idea what we're dealing with up here in West Georgia. Let me show you this. Come over here for a second. This branch has come down. Now, down in Miami, they're talking about things like cranes falling down that could hurt people. This could have killed someone here. This could have caused all kinds of death and destruction. But we're safe because out here in the country in West Georgia, we planned for things like this. We cleared this area of land. This entire area of land right here, we cleared this out on Thursday in the event that one of these branches would fall. And in fact, it fell and it landed here, but no one was injured because of the preparation that we took. Now the winds are starting to pick up. I don't know if you can see that, but I can feel it. It's terrible. And I think I'm gonna take some refuge behind this fence where it's a little safer in case anything were to fly and try to hit me. One of the things you have to worry about are projectiles that are being hurled at you at over 100 miles an hour. Now, right now, these projectiles would be coming in at about 9 miles an hour. And that, you have the time, if you're skilled, to be able to get out of the way.
You might have to hug the tree.
This is already giving me a cold because of the amount of time that I've spent being wet. Now, you can hold on to trees if you need to. Unlike lightning in a hurricane, look, here's more stuff that's fallen. These are projectiles. That could have come down and killed someone, but thankfully no one's out here. What? Hi, Rick. How are things going? Yeah, it's Don in West Georgia. Look, I don't know if you've got the split screen, Rick, but down in Miami, I bet you don't have any of this stuff going on where you've got these branches. Look at that. That could have come down and hurt somebody or become a projectile. Yes. Yes. I have extra underwear. Yes. All right. Rick, look at this. We've got a horse that appears to be injured. Nope. He was just rolling. Everything's okay. Back to you, Shep. Yes, Shep, I hear you. Don NEUEN here, coming to you from West Georgia, where the trees are starting to pick up and blow more because we're moving out of the eye. Now we're coming up to the back, the second half of the ball game, and the trees are starting to pick up a little bit. Let me show you. In the last segment, we talked about preparation and how important preparation is when you're faced with a natural disaster like Hurricane Irma. Now, I learned these things when I was honing my skills working with guys like Rick Leventhal, William Jeunesse, and that guy that looks like an unkept bed, Casey somebody. At any rate, this is a prepper skill that you all need to learn. On Wednesday of last week, we mounted these birdhouses. If you don't mind, pan down and check out the row of birdhouses that we mounted in here last week in preparation of this storm. Now, why did we do that? Well, birds are people too, and they have to have safe haven. So they fly in here and they end up getting safe and dry, and the wind is not as harsh on them. Now, let's see if we can... Oh, shit! Oh, wasps. There's wasps in there. There's wasps in there. Let's go to this one over here. You know, every living creature needs to take refuge during a hurricane, much like Hurricane Irma. Those wasps simply needed a place to live. Now, we've got another birdhouse here. Hello, hello, birdie. Hello, birdie. They seem to be out gathering food right now. They're not in here, I don't think. Hello, birdie. But what they do is they come out of this hole that we've cut, and they land on this little perch, and that's where they sit. And then they go back in the hole to be safe. So birdhouses are critically important when you're prepping for hurricanes and natural disasters. Back to you, Shep.